So now you can see that the band is collapsing. Yeah.
I did it on.
Yeah. So we need to contour the band. So just take your ball varnisher and then push it and make the contour, the tooth contour. Okay. Just tighten the screw a little.
Is it 3/6 or 4/6?
It's a 3/6.
3/6. These nuts always have problems.
Yeah.
Even my one has problem with 3/6.
Because your band is collapsed and then your restoration will be collapsed also. Okay. So make sure it's like nice squarish kind of. Then we put our wedges. So make sure that there is no gap in between where the gingival seat is. Okay. So you hold your
Yeah.
I think from here it's better.
and then you use the back of the tweezer to tighten.
The gap is finished
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, and then this side also. So you hold the tweezer like that. Okay. So it's facing other way, and then you hold it closer so it's tight and snug, and then you push. Okay. Always handle the because the wedge is considered as sharp. So use with tweezer only. Okay. Then yeah, you okay? Yeah. Then so we are varnishing at the contact. So only that point. Okay. With the ball varnisher. Yeah. Okay. Now we are ready. Where is the care contour? So first I'll fill with this one. Then on the top bit I'll use the curve contour. Okay. So we have to, you know already that we have to activate the capsule. So you press it down so the barrier between the in between the mercury and the powder will break, and then we put it in.
Same like the Fuji, right?
Yeah, same like the Fuji. Oh, it's here.
Are we still using the clean?
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
No, we don't have that much.
Yeah, I've never seen here. In Melbourne once I did see.
I told you, this sounds like a taupe. Yes, thank you. So ideally,
Carrier.
so in exam, try to be do it in ideal scenario. Yeah.
Okay.
Then so we put them in the carrier and then fill the proximal boxes first. So we in dentistry, this is our like one theory that one thing that we do for every task. Like we start with the most difficult part and then come to the easy part. So you start with the proximal box and the most distal part, and then you come to the easier part. Okay. So and you have to be fairly fast here because it starts to set.
Is it a slow set? Because I heard
It
someone
is-
said to start with the slow set.
In exam they do give you slow set. Yeah, but
Too
it's
slow?
no.
It's so fast.
It's fast because the in exam scenario you are already stressed and you want to do the ideal work, and then you want to take your time, but it feels fast and fast. Just it's setting too fast, but then it's not. Believe me, like the fast settings was too fast. So now I'm using the ball varnisher and then I'm condensing at the contact. Okay, contact area very well. And I'm pressing the
Against the walls.
Yeah, against the wall, so the contact is really nice.
You need a strength.
Yeah, so firm and steady. Okay. So when you're doing on the jaw, if you get the lower, then you have to actually put your left hand under the jaw. Okay, so to get that firm pressure. Yeah. because the mannequin will be moving otherwise with the pressure. Okay, so I'm putting, see, fairly hard
Yeah.
pressure.
Remember the uni days. Steel
Uni days, yeah.
amalgam carrier.
Yeah,
The steel one we used to have.
I think this is from my uni days. I have brought
Really?
my instruments from like this
I
one.
should go and look for my still have
Yeah.
all my instruments.
Some of them are from uni days.
I didn't
Like my amalgam.
donated them to the hospital.
That's good.
That's
yeah.
good actually.
Yeah, that's good.
When I got married, they said, please can you give us your kids, because I bought 2 kids. So
Oh,
I said, okay.
nice.
My dad actually kept my.
Same.
Yeah.
The articulator.
Yeah, and one day, like one time, I went and then they have actually moved from city to village, and then so then 2017 I went first time to their village home, and then my dad called me this one, and then he's like, I want to show you something. Then he brought that box out with all these things. I had the SDI original amalgamator, okay, and then that one blew out, the short circuited.
So they will give this one in the exam?
No,
That's one.
No, I'm asking the kind.
yeah,
Yeah, the small one.
Do you need another one?
no, I don't think so. The cavity is.
I can see that you don't need.
Feels like it's more, but it's not sufficient. Right?
So now what we'll do is,
You okay?
I am okay. The amalgam is not okay.
Because the gloves is just on the.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, I'll just.
Oh yeah, that's good.
So ideally, we will use the gun, but then for the sake of the demo, I'll just. So what I'm doing is, I'll be overfilling the cavity, but not all the parts. Okay, so the cusp bit I will overfill more. So here it will be more higher than the occlusal bit, because if you fill occlusal bit also very high, then you have to spend more time on carving on the occlusal, and it will be like, you know, the amalgam will start to set and waste of time. So here there is a groove, so this cusp and the groove, and then groove area I'm pressing it down, but on the cusp area I'm actually already making, see the cuspal slope, pressing it towards like a cuspal slope and a cuspal slope here. And then you can also use the cotton a little bit, make sure they're sitting nicely and no, you know, small bits and pieces. And then you start to press already with the anatomically, like you press against this cusp, okay, cuspal slope, and then this and the groove area, occlusal groove area, and so I'm pressing this way, that cuspal slope, and pressing this way, that cuspal slope. That's already giving me that outline of the cusp, okay? And then you have to condense everything really well, otherwise, you know what will happen, that void will come. So even with the second increment, second capsule, you have to condense everything really well, okay? Then just a little bit here, I'll just fill this on the cusp tip. And also with the cotton, you can press it down, make sure that everything is nice and snugly packed in, okay? So after that, so in between there will be like 30 to 40 seconds passed already, okay? So you can start with the outline form of the tooth with the probe. So run your probe along the sound tooth, okay? Just the sound tooth, and then tilt a little bit, and then you start to make the outline of the tooth. So run your probe along the sound tooth and along the band, okay? So just like that, very gently, otherwise you'll make a ditch on the margin. And then you come here this way. This way. Very gently. Yeah, are you feeling okay? Tired?
Tired, but
Joy is feeling a bit of long COVID.
Did you have it recently?
yeah, it looks weird.
That's all right. Very gently, okay? We don't want to we want any ditch in the tooth restoration junction. Okay. So
Amalgam is the softest, trickiest one.
yeah. Now you hold the amalgam with your finger, okay? And then you take the retainer out. So you turn this bit, the retainer will be loose and be out. Okay? And then you keep holding it, and then you gently lift the band from the
So
distal.
amalgam still hasn't set completely, right?
No, we have to carve it.
What
So
if,
from
for example, taking it out here?
it happens,
Yeah.
yeah. So that's why you're holding it and gently, and then from the distal and then mesial, okay? Because if you start with mesial, the cast might
Oh, yes.
break off, okay?
So the cast which you have made with amalgam, always do it in the end.
Yeah. So now immediately you leave the wedges in, okay? And immediately you start with the lingual part.
I will go other side.
Then we start with our M here, right? So, and then you go along the sound tooth, okay? Your tooth will guide your anatomy, okay? Not yourself. So the half of the Holland bag is on the tooth, and then you come here, and then we are going here, and then so I'm not doing any pressure here, okay? So I'm just going like following the M, but then see the cuspal slope here. So I'll go this way, and then I'll go this way, okay? I'll not run it like that. Otherwise, you'll cuspal ridge area will become flat, okay? So we don't want a flat cuspal ridge, right? We want a distinct cuspal ridge. So you start with your M here, and then you go here, okay? You don't go all the way. So otherwise what will happen, your ridge will become flat. So this is my cuspal ridge, this is my cuspal ridge, sorry, cuspal slope. Yeah, and then there.
And it's gonna create a ridge.
Yeah, and then you will create it. So you come here again, and then this is your slope, and then this is your slope, and then you find the margin here. So make sure that the tooth restoration margin is clear, okay? The junction is clear, and then come this way. And you remember these two cusps, they are facing each other. They are not facing the central groove, okay?
The mesial?
Yeah, the mesial. Do not use the air. A lot of people, they do use the air, but do not use the air because it's for your own good, because the amalgam has mercury, right? If you blow air, the mercury will evaporate, and then it will be in the environment. We don't have, like, smart protocol for amalgam disposal and everything. We don't have suction, high volume suction. So you're doing it in home environment. So if you blow it with the air, it will be actually in the environment. It's not good for you, for your family, children. So and then this is our distal cusp. So just make that groove and follow, and then see the way I'm doing. So I'm just going over, okay, and matching with the central groove here, okay, and then bringing the height down. So this is my M, and M coming here, and this is the other bit of M, and then so I'm going this way slope, this way slope, the ridge will be coming automatically, okay. So we create negative space and the positive space will be prominent, okay. That's how we do it. So our aim is kind of looking nice now. Make sure that the grooves are deep enough but not too deep, okay. Then we'll correct our Y. So this is the one fork of the Y, this is our other fork of the Y, and this is our Y again.
That's it. I can stand for some time.
It's okay.
Just sit. Come.
It's okay. It's okay. You can see.
No, that's okay. Yeah, yeah, it's clear view from that side also.
Lower would be easy than upper.
Yeah, lower is easy. Then we focus on this second plane. So this is one plane, okay, and this is the second plane. So you run your Hollenbeck along the. So always take the reference from the sound to structure and then replicate it here. Okay, so there, and then it's kind of sticking out. So I'm just bringing it in, okay. So like this way. See? So I'm making it this way.
You have to make concave.
So this is the distal cusp, and then I'm just taking it down the height a little bit, okay, just matching it with the central the marginal ridge area here. So you can use this one and then just take it down and try to make it the same height.
I think here the proportion is different, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and the tooth is a bit loose. It's
Yeah, that's
see,
right.
it's sitting now properly. Yeah. And I'm taking this marginal ridge down. I think the heater went off. The timer is on. Yeah, there is a remote there.
Yeah.
It's on?
It's on already.
I mean, the timer went off because my feet has started to go cold.
It's a good bulb. Which shop did you buy this one?
Oh, just came out. What would we do without Kmart?
But the stuffs are really good. Very good.
Yeah, the stuff is really good. It's not working. Why?
Okay, that's fine. Let's
Oh, it's
finish.
not.
Yeah. So I'm just now focusing on the occlusion anatomy a little bit, okay?
The marginal ridge, we are yet to marginal ridge.
Yeah, so marginal ridge we had to, so just follow this groove and then okay, and then here also same, and then this cuspal slope, okay. So just it was a bit bulky for me, so I just made it a bit sharp. Yeah. And then now we check with the cusp tip positioning, so it's okay. Yeah. And the cusp height looks okay to me. Yeah. the marginal ridge is okay. And now you can clear the embracer area here. So sometimes there is a bit of excess material, so you can remove the wedges now and check the embracer area. So even though you have used the band properly and everything, still there may be a little bit of overhang, so you can use the Holland bag to clear that area, and then you will have nice contact and embracer. Yeah, and then looking a little bit sharp, so I'll make it nice and round and jolly good.
So good. When you do, it's like, oh, it's so easy.
So true.
Doing ourselves is like.
Okay, now check with the flaws.
So after it sets completely, or we can still.
After that, it will still give you a bit of working time. Okay, so my mesial contact is bit gingerly placed. Okay, but distal contact is okay. But we know that the placement of the contact is they are lenient about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but how do we?
So just condensation. We have to
Okay.
make sure you condense well to the contact point that you intend to place. So because when I was doing demo, I was talking and then can't concentrate
Yeah.
a lot of time. So there's a bit of tooth restoration junction was not clear. Yeah, I think that's pretty good.
And you don't varnish.
We don't varnish afterwards. Now I don't varnish afterwards because it leaves marks. If you clear the tooth restoration junction when you are carving, then you don't have to varnish. Like in the point I have mentioned, because that's the ideal procedure. So after that we varnish our tooth restoration junction. Yeah. So it's not the whole tooth restoration, just the tooth restoration junction.
Okay,
So
just the
again,
junction.
again we go like, it's a grade 2 mobile tooth. Why you are doing a filling here? Do the perio first. So the post condensation burning is not the whole restoration, is the tooth restoration junction, to make sure that there is no excess material, no flash. Okay. Yeah. So there was a bit of flash that came out, so I'll just correct this. So that's our Y, and then that's the tail of the Y. Okay. And then that's our M and M.